Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, August 10, 2021. Serious about containing the spread of COVID-19, the government has implemented revised measures for the next 3 weeks until August 31. They were announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness last evening during a virtual press briefing. Effective August 11, curfew from Monday to Friday will begin at 7 p.m. and end at 5 a.m. the following day. The curfew will begin at 6 p.m. on Saturdays and 2 p.m. on Sundays. Meanwhile, small and large events are not allowed during the period, and nightclubs and places of amusement have been ordered closed. Gyms, restaurants, zoos, and bars are permitted to operate at 50% capacity. As for beaches, those not under management control are to be closed, while those under management are to be opened between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday to Saturday and up to 1 p.m. on Sundays. Rivers are restricted for rafting and domestic purposes only. On the matter of public gathering, Prime Minister Holness says the maximum allowed for weddings, church services, meetings, and government events are 50 persons. Funerals are capped at 30 persons, and burials should be on Mondays to Fridays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
The strategy of the government, you will realize, is to gradually ease in the tighter measures. So we are now back to where we were in terms of measures in early May, thereabouts, when we were at a 7 o'clock curfew. We have not yet implemented a no-movement day. A no-movement day, however, is possible. And in fact, no-movement days, if the numbers do not show signs of improving, will probably come, give it 2 weeks from now.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government is still aiming to have a structured face-to-face reopening of schools in September. During last evening's press briefing, he said it was hoped the new COVID-19 containment measures would sufficiently reduce the numbers to make this feasible.
As it stands now, this goal is severely challenged. We're still hopeful that we would be able to have some form of reopening. We had targeted mid-September. But it really depends on what we as Jamaicans do in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Schools across the island have remained largely closed since March 2020, with attempts to reopen halted by surging COVID-19 cases. Putting the new containment measures in context, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is reporting that for the first 8 days of August, the country recorded 1,903 confirmed cases of COVID-19.
The geographic spread of the virus is now at a high level, between 50 to 75% of communities having active cases over the last 2 weeks. The reproductive rate remains above 1, which is not good. It's actually at approximately 1.3.
Minister Tufton was speaking at the COVID-19 virtual press briefing yesterday. On August 9, there were 316 confirmed new cases, with an overall count of 55,456 since the start of the outbreak last year. There are currently 6,543 active cases.
We are currently averaging 238 cases per day, which is nearly 5 times the daily number of cases up to July 13th. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has advised that our test positivity rate and our hospitalization rate are showing rapid increases.
Government will be implementing a community-based intervention program to increase the number of persons taking the COVID-19 vaccine. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the plan is being finalized and will involve bringing the vaccination sites and vaccine-related information into more rural communities.
So instead of the larger blitz that we mobilize persons to come to, even though some of those will continue, we're going to be spending some time now to bring the sites into communities, rural communities, urban centers, and so making it a lot easier to mobilize the population, the civic leaders, the political leaders, the church leadership, to those centers to encourage participation.
According to Minister Tufton, health officials saw encouraging signs from the pilot community-based interventions conducted recently in West Central St. Catherine and Ligony in St. Andrew. A special virtual memorial service and candlelighting ceremony was held to honor lives lost since March 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was hosted recently by the National Chorale of Jamaica at the St. Teresa Roman Catholic Church under the theme Celebrating the Resilience and Unity of the Human Spirit. A candle was lit for each of the 14 parishes and one for the world. Member of the National Chorale and political ombudsman Donna Parchment Brown says the lighting of candles is an important symbol used as tribute in memory and reflection of those who have passed away.
We know many families were unable to hold funerals in a timely way and were often without the support of their communities, and by this memorial, we express our support. The chorale believes that music, prayer, and these readings can be sources of respect, godly comfort, and fellowship. It is our fervent hope that the dearly departed from Jamaica and beyond will rest in peace. We pray that all those who have lost loved ones, who have been ill or otherwise affected by COVID-19 may move forward positively as together we face this continuing threat.
And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness congratulates the Jamaican Olympic athletes who participated in the recent Games in Tokyo, Japan.
Let me take the opportunity to thank our Olympians and to congratulate them. They have done an amazing job in the pandemic, and we have seen some heart-touching stories, the behind-the-scenes stories of their own personal struggles and how they have coped, and they have done well, and we are indeed proud of them. It has lifted our spirits during this very difficult time.
Jamaica finished 5th on the track and field medals table and 21st in the overall competition. Our medal count includes 4 gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.